disability eyeglasses help, and we'll go further to end the injustices. I've had to call the police once again. They have guard and security maintenance threatening my apartment and threatening my life. So they're allowed to say, as guard and security, that they can cut my throat. They're allowed to say that they're going to take my life. They're allowed to open my door. They're allowed to look through my bins and I come back home from my purchases. They're allowed to threaten me and tell me to take and set my TV and my identification outside the door. They're allowed to say that even if on camera they've seen one of their own just touch my door 2 minutes ago, they're allowed to say that they're not going to respond. They're allowed to say that they're going to take life. They're allowed to say that we're not allowed men, that we're not allowed relationships. They're allowed to say that nobody's allowed in. They're allowed to say that they got guns. They're not screening their employees. They're not screening their people. They're allowed to say that in broad daylight and an actual government managed building that they will not respond. I am Section 8 in housing. They said they will never respond just because I can pay my rent, that I'm allowed to have my door kicked in if I'm sitting at my table. So I'm waiting on the police yet again. So what would be the need for security and an office open? The HUD need to send their own people from Washington. We need help from Washington. I am the John Parker living resident from the house of the Ohio abolition of the John Parker, and I need some help. And we're going to have to push for some help. When do we need help? Right now. When do we need help? Sister Juan Simonis need help because I'm one Talamali in America that's not on drugs, that's not on welfare, that's going to believe Jesus, and that's going to keep trying to believe the police in my government till the day I die. I'm Samuel Parker's ancestor, the second appointed bishop in the Episcopal Church. My father preached as Dr. Lloyd Oldham, right where I'm living in this city. And we are people that's going to keep on holding up Christ. We're going to hold him up. We're going to pump it up. And we're going to believe angels going to fly in before God allow our